So it's finals weekend in Madrid, and we've got two amazing matchups for you. On the women's side, we've got Mirra Andreeva up against Marta Kostyuk, and on the men's side, Jannik Sinner versus Sasha Zverev. Who's going to come out on top? This is my preview and my predictions. That's right, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Where shall we start? Well, I think we should start with the women because they are playing their final today, and it is Mirra Andreeva back in a WTA 1000 final yet again. She's had a little bit of a bumpy ride, but that's what you get when you are new on the tour. You're young. There's going to be some ups and downs, but she's come back to the top again, and it's brilliant to see. Love it when she is playing some of her best tennis, but she hasn't had the most difficult route through to the final, but you can only beat who's put in front of you, and she definitely beat who was put in front of her in the semi-final in convincing fashion. She showed real composure in the semi-final. It was 6-4, 7-6. The first set, she was very controlled, served brilliantly with a very high first serve in percentage, winning pretty much everything behind it and not giving Baptiste many chances at all to get into the running in that first set. But in the second set, it wasn't so plain sailing. It got tricky. She served for the match, got broken, and then found herself 4-love down in the tiebreak. And that is where the mentality stood out for me. Stay calm, saved some set points, fired an ace under some pressure as well, turned it around to close it out. Maturity for somebody who is so young, and a brilliant thing to see from somebody we were hoping to just push on from last year when she won those back-to-back Masters events. Well, she could have another one to her name this year. There's going to be someone in her way, though. She's 12-1 on clay in 2026. Really, really promising. Marta Kostyuk, is this her coming of age right now? Because she looks really, really, really good in this tournament. I've not seen her play like this, I don't think, ever. And Marta Kostyuk beat Anastasia Potapova. It was 6-2, 1-6, 6-1. And it was just a real momentum swing that took each set, really. Really dominant from both players. She was dominant in the first set, really aggressive and taking control of it. And then in the second set, it completely flipped. Potapova raising her level, Kostyuk dropping off a little bit. But what a response in the final set. It was really, really what we love to see from a tennis player after they've been sort of down and out in a set, is that they kick into gear again. And that's the sign of somebody who could potentially be doing this more often, I think. It's not something that we've known her for, but if it's something that she's able to add to her repertoire, we've seen Sabalenka doing this type of thing. She's able to grind out or win third sets, whereas before she used to mentally fall away. The third set, she just reset, boom, broke early, 4-love up, never looked back, and it was a great ability to be able to recover mid-match, and she is a real threat coming into the final. She has a lot of weapons, and when she's hitting hard and playing well, she's going to be tough to beat. And don't forget, Mirra Andreeva, she also has her eye on something else as well. She's going for the double in Madrid. It's not just the singles. She's also playing in the doubles final as well. So will she have one eye on that? Possibly. Is there too much tennis? Who knows? We'll have to see. She's very young, very exuberant, so maybe she will be able to do both just fine. Their head-to-head, it's only 1-love in favor of Marta Kostyuk, and it was in Brisbane, start of the year this year, but this is on the clay. We know how good Mirra Andreeva has been in the past on the clay. Her credentials, even at a young age, are very, very high. So let's get to a prediction. How do I see this one going? I'd say keys to victory first. If we go for keys to victory for Mirra Andreeva first, keep the rallies structured, use consistency, and lean on that improved serve that she's really put the time in on the practice courts for. And I think she wants some really long points in this one. She's able to grind it out. Kostyuk may get frustrated. And for Kostyuk, she just needs to be aggressive, step inside the baseline, attack the second serves of Andreeva, and disrupt Andreeva's early rhythm. If she's able to do that, then we could see Kostyuk with the victory. But let's get to my prediction. I think Kostyuk is going to push Andreeva, but Andreeva does look really composed in big moments right now. So I'm going to be going for Mirra Andreeva to win Madrid, but in 3 sets. And now let's move over to the men's final. Jannik Sinner in yet another final. I don't think we're that surprised to see him there, and probably not that surprised to see Sasha Zverev back in yet another Madrid Open final as well. These conditions do really suit him. But let's start off from what happened in the semi-finals. Sinner defeated Arthur Fils. It wasn't in 3, it was in 2 just dominant sets, really. It was too solid from Sinner, and Arthur Fils, it just goes to show it. There's a level there that he has to just step up. Then the game needs improvement. Jannik Sinner, far too good. It was meant to be dangerous because Fils came in with a lot of momentum in this match, but Sinner shut him down early, took the time away, redirected pace beautifully, never allowed Fils to dictate consistently. And every time Fils tried to step up, Sinner just sort of absorbed it and turned the defense into attack, like sometimes only he can do. Controlled, clinical, and very high level from Jannik Sinner. It seems to be getting better as the tournament progresses, which is scary if you are Sasha Zverev. That's 27 consecutive wins at Masters events, 54 out of 56 sets won in Masters events, 44 wins out of his last 46 matches, barely losing sets to the best players in the world, 13 Masters finals, first Madrid final. So a real big thing for Jannik Sinner right now. And there's more stats. It's a 5th straight Masters final. That's absolutely nuts, as it says here. He now holds the 4th longest win streak in Masters events, 27. Federer was 29. Djokovic was 30 and 31 there. Could he get past both of those guys? I think it's possible. If he wins this event, I wouldn't be surprised. And he's the 4th man in history to reach the final of all 9 Masters events. Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, Novak Djokovic, Jannik Sinner, and he's the youngest of them all, 24 years old. It's mind-blowing what he's doing. And more stats, Sinner has just reached 14,000 points in the live rankings. Number 1 is cooking. Yeah, most definitely is cooking. Insane number of points. And who is going to stop him? Well, can his opponent in the final stop him? It is Sasha Zverev. And Sasha Zverev ended the fairy tale run of blocks, or Block X, as some are calling him, but mainly us. Experienced performance. Just what I thought we would see from Zverev here. Dominant first set. The serve has been so effective this week. Really big serving, strong baseline control, and very few errors. Second set, a little bit tighter. Blocks started to play a bit more freely, but pushed Zverev around a little bit. But 6-5, that's when the big boys step up, and Zverev got the break, closed it out. That's the difference at this level, knowing exactly when to raise your game. And Zverev did a fantastic job of doing it against a guy who was in great form coming in. Was asked about facing Sinner next. They said he's going for 5 in a row. Do you think that there will be more pressure on him to win this? He said, I don't know. I don't think so, because if you're world number 1, you have pressure every single week. I think he's used to it. He's quite a relaxed guy about it. I think he's just enjoying tennis right now. I think tennis is very, very easy for him right now, the way he's playing. maybe on Sunday I'll manage to make it a bit more difficult for him. They said, you've beaten him 4 times before. They said, and he said, yeah, but that was not the last 8 times. The last 8 times I didn't win much. He's the best player in the world for sure. I'm just going to try and give him a tough battle. He is not a man in disillusion, that's for sure, but he is a guy who is back in his first Masters final in 18 months, and it's great to see him back to his best, ahead of Roland Garros, and his performance rating was a 9.5, huge performance, his best of the year in terms of performance rating, and it's his 7th Masters 1000 final on clay. And he's tying Muster for 4th most in the series history. He's very, very dangerous, especially in Madrid. It's the most dangerous out of all of them for him. And look at the shot quality for the tournament so far for both of them. The serve, Zverev higher, 9.2 versus Sinner's 8.9, but all the other areas, Sinner is ahead. Return, 8.3 to Zverev 7.5. Forehand 8.7 to Zverev's 8.3, backhand 8.6 to 8.5. That's the closest one out of all of them, which I'm not that surprised about. We go to the head-to-head. It is 9-4 in favor of Jannik, and he's won their last 8, as we already mentioned. 3 meetings this year. Jannik has also won 11 consecutive sets against him. Scary. But Zverev is a 2-time champion at this event as well. Let's get to the keys for victory for both of these players, and then I'll give a prediction as well. So, keys to victory for Sinner. Keep Zverev moving, attack his forehand, and neutralize the serve as much as possible. Keys for Zverev, I would say keep that first serve high percentage, really. You cannot afford to be dishing up second serves to Sinner in this final. Protect the second serve would be another one, and be aggressive with the backhand. Let's get to a prediction. Can Sasha Zverev end the run of Jannik Sinner, or is it going to be more trophies in that trophy cupboard of Jannik Sinner? Unfortunately, if you're a Zverev fan, I think it is going to be another Jannik Sinner victory. I think it will go to 3, this one, because I think Zverev is very good for a set, especially in Madrid. But I think Sinner's level under pressure, just too elite right now. And I see him winning 5 Masters in a row and being the first man to ever do it. But those are my predictions. I've got Sinner and Andreeva both in 3. Do you agree with me, or do you have a different 2 winners? Tell me in that comment section below. Also, don't forget to sign up to the ATP fantasy game, which has just been released, and join our league. The code is up on the screen right now. I will put the link to sign up as well in the description of the video. So make sure, there's only 3 days left if you want to be involved with Rome and playing against myself and JG. It's gonna be exciting, and who will come out on top? And if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you after the finals for some reactions.